Targum Ruth, Ruth 1:8, the third part. In this video, we're going to talk about why we have grammar items like this suffix pronoun and this perfect verb ending in the Hebrew that are pointing to feminine reference and how that reflects in the Aramaic translation. So first, I highlight this cone ending, which corresponds here to, because it's black text, to that point in Hebrew. And then in the blue boxes, we have a masculine ending just as we do in the Hebrew. In all of these cases, the referents are Orpah and Naomi, so shouldn't they be feminine? So let's dive in a little bit. As far as the Hebrew text goes, we have the grammatical commentary by Robert Holmstead, and he helpfully brings up that these could be examples of an archaic feminine form, and they're not really supposed to be taken as masculine. Or there could be deliberate style shifting by the author of Ruth to make the reader think, well, these people are ancient, they spoke strangely. Or there could be gender neutralization going on, where there are other places in the Bible where we see masculine forms representing what should be actually feminine reference. So this is actually, as we said, reflected in the Aramaic. So let's first talk about these suffix pronouns. If we go to Targum Onkelos Genesis 31:7, we have this expression, which means your father, where it is second feminine plural. There's this Cain ending. If you go to Biblical Aramaic for Biblical Interpreters, page 61, you see that this is not attested in Biblical Aramaic, but here it is in the Targums. Next, let's look at this tune ending. Targum Onkelos Exodus 1:18 has a teen ending, and if you go to Biblical Aramaic for Biblical Interpreters, page 137, you see a closely related 10 ending that also is not attested and doesn't appear in the Bible. So in both of these cases, both the cone and the tune, we would have seen a different spelling if indeed there were actual feminine forms there. This dynamic of switching genders begins in Ruth 1:8 and continues later in the book. And it's just interesting that this trend continues in the translation in Targum Ruth. So let's continue reading.